Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and in today's video we're going to be discussing exactly what happens to a student if they get into an accident while they're actually training at our facility. So there's two types of accidents that actually happen here at Driving Academy. One is okay to have, the other one not so okay. The one accident that is okay to have is a virtual accident. Now what do I mean by virtual? We are living in this COVID-19 kind of era and everyone's always talking about virtual. But here at Driving Academy, we have been teaching with a virtual driving simulator way before this whole virus actually happened. This is what it looks like right over here. So we're one of the few schools in the country to actually offer simulation training. And during this simulation training itself, we like to say that we give you years of experience within a few days of training. Why do we say that? Because we can put you in anywhere in the country. We can change the weather on you. Does not matter what season that we're in currently. We can make it rain, we can make it snow. We can actually do emergency procedures on you, right? So say you're going down the highway at 60 miles an hour, all of a sudden your tire blows out. What do? Well, this is all things that we can't really train you in real life, but we can actually train you on our simulator itself. If you want to get your hands on a CDL driving simulator, you want to come in for a school tour, we'll give you a free demo of one. If you want to figure out where our office is located, check out the address below, 200 East Edgar Road in Linden, New Jersey, or just give us a call to set up an actual school tour at cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. So that simulator is definitely a place where many students have accidents. Sometimes they start acting like it's a video game and they flip the whole trailer over. That's when we have to go into them and say, hey, this ain't a joke, this is real life. The more serious you take this simulator, the easier it is when we put you on the real truck on the real road itself. But it is a lot better and a lot safer to have that accident on the simulator versus to have the real accident. Now, because we're a school, we understand people make mistakes and real accidents do happen. In most cases, the real accidents happen in our training yard. And that's when people are backing up too much, they're not really looking at where they're going, and they hit a pole or they hit the side of another trailer or they hit a truck or whatever it is. So what actually happens in that situation? So in our clause, in our contract, there's a clause that states if you have an accident that causes damage and due to not following instructions from the instructor itself, then you are liable up to $2,500, which means you break it, you buy it, right? So at the end of the day, we're a school for adults. We have insurance that covers a majority of the accidents. However, you're going to cover the deductible because if you did something that's irresponsible, then you're not following the instructor's guidelines, which are, hey, if you can't see, get out and look, and make sure that you're checking out your mirrors at all times. And if you're doing that, then there's impossible that you were able to hit something. Because the only reason why people hit something when they're backing up is because they're either not looking at their mirrors correctly, or they kind of try to squeeze something in and they're not really looking at it, they're kind of gauging it from inside the cab, and all of a sudden they get too close and something gets hit. Probably the worst accident we've ever had, two come to mind. One, a guy drove a bus into a ditch and we had a whole bunch of repairs having to be done on the bus. The guy did have mental issues itself, so he went to court for a very long time and he wound up paying for all those things. He could have really hurt somebody. A recent one was that somebody pulling up and making a turn, not looking at their mirrors, actually ran into a pole, and this is a result of that. The whole light pole came down, and now he's going to have to buy himself another pole if he wants to come back and do the training with us. I even said I put his name on it. So hopefully when you come in to training here at Driving Academy, we don't have to put your name on any poles because we don't want you buying anything. The lesson learned here is if you're going to have an accident, make sure it's on the simulator. And to avoid any accident when it comes to driving on the road or in our parking lot, make sure you're checking out your mirrors, make sure that you're following the instructor's rules, and make sure if you cannot see, you do this, GOAL. So if you see all these letters here, GOAL stands for get out and look. That's one of the most important skills that you can have as a truck driver, whether you're a professional truck driver or a student just learning. That is something that you should be following for the rest of your life. Don't try to squeeze something in. Remember, you're dealing with extremely big equipment. And when you are transporting this as a professional, that means that you can actually have a whole lot of valuable equipment on board. Imagine you're driving a tanker and you hit something by accident, right? It can cause a whole lot of spillage and your insurance is going to go through the roof, which means you're fired and you're never going to have that license again. So to To avoid any accidents, just follow those tips, and making sure that if you want to be responsible and you want to become a student here at Driving Academy and you don't want to have a light pole named after you, give us a call, 908-525-3609, because we're here to help you out any which way that we can. As long as you listen to instructions, follow our rules, and you're dedicated to growing yourself and getting the skills that you need, putting in the work that you need. Here at Driving Academy, we're one of the few schools in the country to actually guarantee that we get you a license. So it doesn't matter how hard it is for you to learn how to drive these things. As long as you follow instructions, we're going to give you over 100 hours of training. We're going to take you to the test with our own third-party testing site. And for whatever reason, if you fail, we're going to keep taking you again and again until you pass. And that's how we can actually guarantee you don't have to pay us anything extra. So if you want more information on that, take a virtual school tour at cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Again, that's cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Thanks, and have a great day.